when the land was occupied only by the Native American nations, and before European settlers arrived in droves, an estimated 100,000 grizzlies roamed North America from Mexico to Alaska, and about 50,000 of these majestic creatures lived in the contiguous 48 states. That domain all but disappeared with time. By 1975, that number plummeted to only 675 animals, leading the country to place the grizzly bear on the endangered species list. Where the human population grew, the bear's habitat dwindled. But a few strongholds, the right places, remain. Where the grizzly can walk, the earth is healthy and whole. In 2015, the Vital Ground Foundation celebrates 25 years of protecting habitat that is critical to the survival and recovery of grizzlies and other wildlife.
Happy birthday, Vital Ground. Thanks for everything you've done for the last 25 years for grizzly bears and all the critters that need grizzly bear country. And now you're helping us here in Washington State with our North Cascades grizzly bears, and that's huge. There's just a handful of them left, so they need all the help they can get. So happy 25th birthday, and here's to the next 25 years. I'm really proud to be associated with you guys. Take care.
Doug and Lynne Seus took a leap of faith that resulted in careers spent bringing the most memorable wildlife footage to life on the screen. The first orphan bear cub they rescued grew into a 9-foot, 6-inch, 1,500-pound grizzly named Bart, who became a major force in motion pictures. Out of a profound sense of responsibility to give back to Bart's wild cousins, the Seuses founded Vital Ground in 1990. They began this important conservation journey through personal sacrifice to acquire a sliver of pristine land in the heart of grizzly country, and then donated it to launch Vital Ground.
Doug, I think he woke up one morning and said, you know, we need to take that retirement fund, the IRA, and we need to give it back to the grizzly. We need to find a place and give it back. And I found a picture not too long ago of Doug just happy, laughing his head off, and I'm holding the deed in my arm and going, really? There it goes. There's all our retirement right there. But it's the best thing I ever did with my life, ever.
Since its beginnings, Vital Ground has developed into a powerful advocate for the stewardship of the planet, helping to conserve hundreds of thousands of acres of vital habitat, not only crucial to the survival of the grizzly, but also to many other species that depend on intact ecosystems to survive. Bart passed away in 2000. But the Seuses continued to build on his legacy by providing a home to other rescued bears, like Little Bart and his sister Honeybump, and by tirelessly working to recruit more and more passionate conservationists to assist with Vital Ground's critical mission to protect and restore North America's grizzly bear populations by conserving wildlife habitat for future generations.
We're lucky to have such a creature on this earth, because where this bear can walk, the earth is healthy and whole. And whether it's a botanical, whether it's an insect, whether it's a reptile, whether it's an amphibian, everything has a healthy home.
Known as an umbrella species, the grizzly affects the number and distribution of prey species and other carnivores. Foraging on berries and herbs, bears disperse seeds, promoting a variety of plant life. As grizzlies dig for insects, rodents, and roots, they loosen topsoil and help renew nutrients. And where coastal grizzlies dine on salmon, they spread nitrogen and other marine elements well beyond streams into upland habitats. But even though grizzly populations have stabilized and increased since the 70s, we still have a long way to go. Now numbering less than 2,000 in the lower 48 states, grizzly bears persist in only 4 of 6 distinct recovery zones built around large, intact blocks of habitat. 2 areas exhibit encouraging progress, but in the other 4 recovery zones, the news is not so good. The numbers of grizzlies on the U.S. side of the Selkirk and Cabinet Yaak ecosystems are at dangerous lows, at less than 50 bears each. In Washington's North Cascades, grizzlies may even be absent except for an occasional wanderer from Canada. And the population has vanished in the Bitterroot ecosystem. Through permanent protection, these areas help sustain and reconnect threatened grizzly bear populations. Renowned natural history author and Vital Ground founding member Doug Chadwick says it well.
This over here is 1 million acres of national park. It's the stronghold of grizzly bears in the lower 48 states. But it comes to a screeching halt right there, boom. And suddenly it's private land across the bottom of this valley. If you go a little bit farther west, another bear stronghold, more wild land, and the bears need to be able to move back and forth between these areas. How are we going to do that? This right here is vital ground for those bears. And this is the kind of place where we work. We don't need to save thousands and thousands of acres. We need to save hundreds of acres, but in exactly the right place.
Connectivity is the key to the great bear's survival. If they can move across the landscape, this highly adaptable species can adjust to the challenges it faces. Without these connections, it will continue to vanish from the landscape due to habitat loss, fragmentation, and genetic isolation.
You have a wonderful ecosystem here, and you have one here, and there might be 10 bears here and 7 here. If those bears can't get together, and let's just use the bear as a metaphor for everything else, then both of those populations are going to wink out. So Vital Ground's most important niche are the corridors, the connectivity.
25 years, that's something. Congratulations to Doug and Lynne Seus and Bart the Bear for discovering Vital Ground and for 25 years of conservation work in Grizzly Country. I admire the work Vital Ground does to help enhance, restore, and conserve wildlife habitat in the Northern Rockies. You're saying, where the grizzly can walk, the earth is healthy and whole. It says it all.
To date, and in partnership with state and federal agencies and other foundations to identify strategically located private lands, Vital Ground has helped to conserve and enhance nearly 600,000 acres of habitat for the big silvertip bears, benefiting wildlife throughout the Mountain West. From Wyoming to Alaska, elk, bull trout, swans, and rare wildflowers all find a niche in the places we protect. Protecting the right places and keeping these struggling populations connected to each other and to existing habitat is the key to ensuring their future, and perhaps ours. Vital Ground needs your help to secure land, the right acres, in the right places. Since Vital Ground's inception, enthusiastic support for preserving the right places has poured in from around the nation.
Wow, you guys, 25 years of doing such beautiful work for our grizzlies, and not only our grizzlies, but for us, you know. Thank you so much. I'm so proud to be a part of you guys. Happy anniversary, Vital Ground!
I think anybody would love to join us. We have fun, and we are doing the right things. And we're doing them because logically it makes sense.
People that understood that passion and came along with us took us from this little room full of people with passion for the environment, the bears, conservation, to an organization today that is accredited, that has a staff, and thousands and thousands of members. And if there's a reason that my life mattered, maybe it's Vital Ground.
Your tax-deductible contribution is crucial to help preserve and restore struggling grizzly populations, and it will have a decisive positive impact on other wildlife as well. Visit our website, learn more about our cause, and donate. Become part of the Vital Ground family. Where the grizzly can walk, the earth is healthy and whole.